6. I'm halfway through a worksheet on fractions when Justin walks into a class. I'm so glad, not only that he's back, but that he can help me understand what to do with something over 6 equals 2/3. He sits down at his desk. I hand him the box of wooden fraction pieces. Welcome back. He smiles and then looks over at my worksheet. The answer is 4. Mr. Cohen comes over, hands him a worksheet and says, "Welcome back, how's it going?" "Great." Justin reaches into his knapsack and pulls out a pencil with Alabama written on it. "This is for your collection, Mr. Cohen." Great, I think. Here I spent all this time missing him, and he says things are going great. Justin smiles. A lot happened. Leaning down, Mr. Cohen quietly asks Justin, "Later, would you like to tell the class about what's happening? You certainly don't have to, but if you want to, it might be fun to share." "Sure," Justin nods. As Mr. Cohen walks away, I wish that he hadn't said that to Justin. I want Justin to tell me first, not to have everyone found out at the same time. I look over at Justin. He is doing the maths work very quickly. I look down at my maths and then start chewing on my stub of a pencil. It would have been nice if Justin had given me a new pencil too. Finished with his maths, Justin picks up my paper and checks it out. He finds 2 mistakes, shows me how to do it correctly, and then helps me finish up. Fractions are not my favourite thing. In fact, they are one of my least favourite things. The only thing I hate more are 1. Brussels sprouts, 2. Watching kids pick their noses and eat the snot, and 3. Having people I love leave. Mr. Cohen flicks the lights off and on. Take a minute to finish the problem you're working on and raise your hand if you want me to come over and explain anything. You can finish it up for homework. People finish up. Since Justin and I are already done, we play tic-tac-toe. I win. We enter the win on a scorecard that Justin keeps in his desk. We've been keeping track since the beginning of the school year. I'm ahead 220 to 199. The lights flick off and on again. Clear your desks, get ready to pay attention. Justin is going to tell us about his trip. Everyone gets ready and Justin goes to the front of the room. I'm sure that he's not going to tell them everything, that there will be some stuff he'll just tell me. Justin begins. "We left very early on Saturday morning." He's wearing a brand new sweatshirt that one says Alabama. Personally, I don't like the sweatshirt. I wish he had on a sweatshirt that I know. He continues. "The airplane trip was really fun. Before the plane took off, the flight attendant let me go up front and see the cockpit and meet the pilot. They gave me wings to wear." "Like an angel," Jimmy calls out. "So where's your halo?" "Jimmy," Mr. Cohen uses his teacher, cut it out voice. "Wings." Justin points to his pin on his sweatshirt, and then we sat down and the plane went up and this lady in front of us threw us into the sick bag. "Ew, yuck, gross," and yeah, a few of the comments from the class. The comment from Mr. Cohen is, "Justin, continue please, without all the gory details." Justin continues. He talks about meeting his dad at the airport, about the motel they stayed at with a game room, swimming pool, room service and everything. Then he told us how Mr. Daniels had been looking at lots of houses and they all went around to check out the ones he liked best. And they found one they all liked. They picked it out the first day. I thought buying a house was supposed to take a long time. Justin tells us how big the house is, how he and Danny are going to have their own rooms, how his mum said that he could put up all his baseball player wallpaper in his room, and how there was a special area in the backyard with a basketball hoop. "Any other kids there?" Hannah asks. Brandy gives Hannah's arm a shove. "What's that for?" Hannah rubs her arm as if she'd been run over by a bulldozer. "I just asked a simple question." Brandy looks over at me. I stare ahead as if nothing bothering me. To prove that I'm not upset, I repeat Hannah's question. "Any other kids there?" Justin nods. "Lots. Next door. The family has 5 kids. 2 old enough to babysit for Danny, 1 of my age, John, they call him Junior, and 1 Danny's age, Jim, Bob." "Twins?" Tiffany Scrooder asks. "No," Justin explains. "A lot of people there have 2 first names." "Great," I think. "Next thing. We're going to have to start calling him Justin Bob." Justin goes on. He tells us about how the university where his dad works, how there's a great games room there and how there's a lot of stuff to do. Then he tells us about the school they have visited, the school that is going to be his new school. He goes on about how they not only have desks, but there are their own lockers, about how it was just built a few years ago, about how instead of 1 third grade like we all have at our school, there are 4 third grades, how you don't have to bring your own lunch because of the cafeteria that serves complete meals, how the school even had air conditioning. Justin keeps blubbing on. I keep waiting for him to mention the very important thing, that his new school and neighbourhood doesn't have me, but he never does.